In this video, I'm going to be building the best possible budget team right now in NBA 2K23 Myteam. As you guys probably know, the market's been dropping a ton, especially for those hero cards and also just some other cards on the market, that the budget team you could build right now is a lot better than the last time I previously did one of these videos. And if you guys are wondering, I consider a budget card anybody under 30,000 MT, but I would say a majority of these cards are only going to be 10, 15, 5,000. Some might be upwards of 20, 25, 30k, and might be one card at like 35,000 MT, but all are going to be insanely good budget cards. And yeah, if you guys are just looking for the best budget team, in my opinion, this is going to be the best one you guys can build. So at the starting point guard position, I think it's obvious, but you got to go with the Galaxy Opal hero Hedo Turkoglu. He's 6'10" at point guard, 6'11" wingspan, and since those hero super packs dropped, he's now only down to 10,000 MT, maybe 15k at the most, for a 6'10" point guard, 6'11" wingspan, has an elite level jump shot with the John Stockton base, the Trae Young upper on very quick timing, is a super fast jump shot for a point guard, especially who's 6'10", and then he's also got great dribble sigs. He's got the Kyle Lowry size up, the Curry escape, Trae Young behind the back, he's got front clutches, and he can play solid defense, especially on his hero version, because he's 6'10" at point guard and has some very solid defensive stats and badges. So Hedo Turkoglu definitely going to be our starting point guard, and then pairing him up with DeMar DeRozan, I think DeMar is one of the more underrated shooting guards in the game, especially for a budget price tag. He's only about 25k, maybe 30,000 at the most, 6'7" at shooting guard, 6'9" wingspan, and DeMar is an elite offensive shooting guard, 94 3 ball, 99 mid-range, 96 speed, 96 acceleration. I really can't see any flaws with this DeMar card. He plays great defense, he can drive to the basket, finish through contact, he's got great playmaking stats and badges, he can knock down threes, he's super athletic, he's got a great jump shot, pretty good dribble sigs, great dunk packages. Like, I can't really think of a flaw when it does come to Dark Matter DeMar. I think he's going to be a really good budget shooting guard next to Hedo Turkoglu. At the starting small forward position, gotta go for one of the cheapest and best cards in the game, and that is the Galaxy Opal Brian Scalabrine. After the super packs, this card is now dropped to below 5,000 MT. I'm not even kidding when I say that. Hero Scalabrine is under 5,000 MT, when a week ago he was 40-50k. That is crazy, man. I'm not gonna lie that he's now down to under 5k. He's still one of the best small forwards in the game, 6'9" at that small forward position, 6'9" wingspan. And I always say this about Brian Scalabrine, but he's pretty much a perfect small forward, great stats and badges, has an elite level jump shot with the Montrezl Harrell base, the Trae Young upper on very quick timing. He's got the best dribble sigs in the game with the Steve Francis size up, the Trae escape, Dame behind the back. He's got quick drops off one, he's got front clutches, and also perfect defensive tendencies with a 98 block, 98 contest shot, 98 on-ball steal, and a 98 pass interception. So just Brian Scalabrine, an absolute beast at the small forward position, and I do think he's going to be great next to DeMar and Hedo Turkoglu. Now at the starting power forward spot, I do have the Galaxy Opal Marc Gasol, a really good power forward in this game for only about 20k, maybe a little bit lower. I would say 15 to 25k, somewhere in that price range for Marc Gasol, and he's a 7'1" center, power forward as well, 7'4" wingspan, and this card can really do it all at the power forward position. He can defend at a super high level, 92 block, 92 perimeter, 98 interior defense. He's got a great player model in the game. He's got Hall of Fame anchor, box out beast, brick wall, interceptor, post lockdown, rebound chaser. He can stretch out the floor super well with a 98 3 ball, 97 mid range. He's got a great jump shot on very quick timing, super easy to green with, especially in the catch and shoot. And then he can also rebound. He can drive to the basket. He's pretty quick with 90 speed, 90 acceleration, and a 95 strength is super helpful to have on your power forward. And then to round out the best starting lineup for the best possible budget team, I think this combo in the front court is going to be super deadly of Marc Gasol at power forward and Brook Lopez at center. Having that front court gives you great size, gives you really good defense. I mean, Brook Lopez, another 7'1" center card, 7'5" wingspan. He weighs 282 pounds, so he's got an elite level player model, and that's why he's going to be at our center position. Just like Marc Gasol, though, going to give you great defense, 97 block, 94 steal, 90 perimeter, 96 interior defense. He can also knock down threes super well, just like Marc Gasol, with a 97 3 ball, 96 mid range. He's got Hall of Fame agent 3, catch and shoot, claymore, corner specialist, dead eye, guard up, limitless range. Really good all around shooting badges for Brook Lopez. He's not the fastest in the world, only 85 speed, 85 acceleration, but if you have a pace and space coach, for example, the The coach you also get for getting, I think it's Steven Jackson, or the coach you also get for Vucevic is this Jaquan or J something like that, Vaughn. He's going to be a +6 pace and space. So now you can get him up to 91 speed. And then with the shoe boost, you can get him up to a 95 speed, which is pretty good for Brook Lopez. And then he also does have an elite level jump shot with that Bielitsa base and the Brook Lopez upper on very quick timing. So do like Brook Lopez a lot. I think the starting lineup is actually really good for a budget squad. And then off the bench at the backup point guard spot, I got another rush card in this lineup, and that's going to be the Dark Matter Draymond Green, kind of the same price tag as DeMar, 25 to 30k, somewhere in that range, but he's going to be a 6'7" point guard, 7'1" wingspan. We know Dre is going to give you that elite level defense, 95 block, 98 steal, 97 perimeter, 97 interior defense. His tendencies are all maxed out at a 99 for defense. He's got really good all-around stats and badges. His dribble sigs are elite with the Curry size up, the Curry escape dame behind the back. He's got quick drops off one. The only flaw about Draymond is his jump shot is a little bit slow and a little bit baited, but everything else is super elite on Draymond Green, and I think he's going to be one of the best budget point guards currently in my team. Now for the backup shooting guard, we need a little bit more offense off this bench, so I do think Ricky Davis is going to be an elite offensive budget shooting guard to come off our bench next to Draymond Green. He's 6'7" at the 2, 6'10" wingspan, and this card is now only down to about 10 to maybe 15,000 MT at the most. He's got the Seth Curry base, the Oscar Robertson upper on very quick timing. I mean, yeah, jump shot is just super knockdown, very easy to green with. One of the best offensive cards in my team still to this day. At the backup small forward position, I think there's a couple different guys you can go with. I think I'm gonna go Sean Kemp, but I'm not really sure. Like, I wanted to go Sean Kemp. I want to go Jermaine O'Neal. I think for this type of lineup, I'm going to go Jermaine O'Neal just because of his size at the small forward position. I think it's really close though between Jermaine and Sean Kemp for this type of lineup. So I'll definitely keep Sean Kemp here in the last 3 spots on the lineup because he can also be even over Brian Scalabrine if you wanted him to, over Jermaine O'Neal as well. But yeah, Jermaine 6'11" at small forward, 7'3" wingspan. I just think his height is going to be really helpful. A 6'7" point guard, a 6'7" shooting guard is not bad, but I want a little bit more height and defense, and I think you get that with Jermaine O'Neal over Sean Kemp. And Jermaine's also got really good dribble sigs with his Steve for its size up and the tray escape, some of the best dribble sigs in the game. But yes, I know his jump shot is pretty much unusable. It's really, really bad, but I still think his size, his player model, and his defense is going to be really valuable for only about 10,000, maybe 15k at the most on the auction house. But now for the backup power forward, this is like where if you want to use free cards, a perfect power forward would be Jack Sigma, and you can maybe even start him over Marc Gasol if you wanted to next to Brook Lopez, but having him off the bench is super helpful to have. Now, I don't really use free cards in these type of squad builders because I like using only auctionable cards. You guys can just buy every single card and you don't have to go out and grind for any cards. But since that this team is pretty cheap, so I don't have tons of MT to spend because it's a budget squad, and this card only takes about 30 minutes to an hour at most to complete, I'm actually going to put him in the lineup just because of how easy he is to obtain, but I'll also give you guys another power forward option in those last 3 spots. And then to round out the best 10-man rotation for a budget squad, I do think is between 2 different centers, and that's going to be number 1 Sabonis and number 2 Pink Diamond Peter. I think it's really a debate between those 2 different center cards. He's about 5,000 MT for Peter and about 20k I think for Sabonis, his hero version. That one really just comes down to can you agree with Sabonis's jump shot. If you like Sabonis's release, then you'll definitely like him over Peter. For me though, I like Peter maybe a little bit better just because he's 7'2" at center, 7'10" wingspan, and I actually do like his jump shot a lot more than a card like Sabonis. And then I also do want to put Bill Walton in here. He's a little bit more on the expensive side. He's about 35k at least right now in Xbox, and he's another really good power forward. If you don't want to grind for Jack Sigma, he can also be a great option. But yeah guys, I think that's going to be the best possible budget team you guys can build right now in the game, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.